Marcus Stroman gets it done again. You could see it in my little name tag over here. I'm backwards. Show out, because another 6 inning performance from Stroman, no runs, just the 2 walks, only 2 hits, and 5 Ks for Marcus Stroman. I mean, Nick, let's start right there. Waldichuk, obviously impressive in his own right, but 6 innings of shutout ball again. This is 4 straight
Consistent.
starts of 6 innings now for Stroman to start the year.
Yep. Consistency. It's been very consistent out of him. And that's kind of what you want. You want to see consistent innings being pitched. You don't want to be getting into the bullpen so much. And Stroh's the kind of guy that can give you those innings. And today he just had it working, going 6 innings, just allowing 2 hits. The big number that struck me was just 2 base on balls. He's really doing well with that control. When he spots his pitches, it sets up all the other things that he can do. As he said, that sinker is going to be sanking. It is. It is. I mean, he gets those ground balls. Works his way out of jams. He's been nothing but the Stroh show, man.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it right on the head, man. I mean, consistency it just feels like the key right now with a guy like Marcus Stroman. You know, you hear about it so much through him and through the Cubs and a lot of their kind of off-season stuff. The amount of work he puts in to be that level of consistent, and especially for a guy that relies on movement, right? He's not a flamethrower. I mean, he still throws plenty hard, but not a flamethrower. He relies on the ground ball. He relies on the defense behind him. I think that's why we're seeing a different Marcus Stroman this year, because this team was, for lack of a better term, dog shit last year defensively. And there were a lot of games where he should have got a win, or he should have, maybe had a better game. And the defense just pissed it away. I can think about that White Sox start where Stroman went 7 and didn't get the win because the defense and then the bullpen ended up pissing it away in the final 2 innings. So this year now, it's a different group, right? You got Dansby Swanson over at short. Nico is the most elite defensive second baseman in major leagues. Yes, I know we're still chiming for Mervis over at first as a collective fan base, but Hosmer and Mancini, all things considered, are getting the job done. And Wisdom has played a really good defensive third. He looks like his 2021 version of himself again compared to last year. So
Yep.
you have the infield behind him. Oh, and then you got 3 Gold Glove caliber outfielders as well. Forgot to
Exactly.
mention that. So, I mean, it really does feel like maybe some of that confidence and knowing what Stroman has behind him is really starting to settle in for him now. Because again, this is 4 straight games now of minimum 6 innings. I mean, he's gone 6 in all of them. Just a flat 6 innings in every single start. Like you mentioned with the walks, he hasn't walked more than 3 in a start. And his K numbers for Marcus Stroman's sake are up. He's minimum 5. Tonight was his lowest amount of strikeouts. Otherwise, he's posted 6, 6, and 8 so far in the year, man. I mean, damn, it is so nice to see Stroh dealing the way he has so far.
Yeah, it's magical. And you made a great point. When you have a guy that's pitching to contact and a defense that's a little shaky, you're going to have some false numbers there. So,
Mhm.
what kind of numbers last year were true, what were not for Stroman, it's hard to say. Now you have a defense behind him that's actually producing, and he looks elite. So, I'm
Elite
excited,
indeed.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's starting to look like that $25 million a year starter that they paid him for last offseason. That I remember sitting here watching people on Twitter berate him, and then he went off in the second half, and I sat here and screamed at people. It's on record. You can find the episodes, I'm sure. I yelled at people about Stroman last year, and he's showing it again this year. All these all these knuckleheads coming into the season, especially in the national media landscape, where they aren't as dialed into each team respectively. They just kind of ride the narratives that they hear. I mean, everybody's telling me Marcus Stroman was a third starter. Marcus Stroman looks like an ace. He's been an ace.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, the Cubs have 2 aces, and we're going to see one of them tomorrow. We'll get to that here later in the show.